For 15 years, a simple fence has kept families apart. This is Kenya News Update today. Coming up, you'll discover why a border closed for over a decade is finally reopening, the shocking reason it was shut, and what this means for thousands of Kenyans and Somalis. President William Ruto just made a historic announcement. But here's the twist. This decision comes after a deadly attack that almost derailed everything. Meet the communities of Mandera. For generations, they've lived, traded, and intermarried with their neighbors just across the border in Somalia's Beledhowwo region. On October 2011, everything changed. A series of brutal attacks linked to the militant group Al-Shabaab forced Kenyan authorities to make a drastic move. They slammed the Mandera border post shut. The goal was security. The cost was human connection. For 15 years, families have been separated. Livelihoods have been destroyed. A vibrant cross-border economy was frozen in time. President Ruto, speaking at the NYOTA Capital Disbursement event in Mandera Stadium on Thursday, February 12, 2026, called it unacceptable. He said fellow Kenyans in Mandera remain cut off from their kin and neighbors. But here's what nobody's talking about. This isn't the first attempt to reopen. In May 2024, Kenya and Somalia agreed on a phased plan. 3 key crossings, Mandera, Garissa, and Wajir, were set to reopen within 90 days. It was a moment of hope. And then something shocking happened. In June 2024, a deadly attack in Garissa killed 8 police officers. Their vehicle hit an improvised explosive device. Al-Shabaab was blamed. The government's confidence shattered. The reopening plans were immediately postponed. The border remained a symbol of fear. So what changed? According to President Ruto, years of consultations and thorough security assessments have finally paid off. Improved coordination and sustained evaluations have paved the way. The government now says it's safe. The Mandera border post will officially reopen in April 2026. This move is expected to restore connectivity and revitalize cross-border trade for mutual prosperity. Imagine the reunions, the first trucks crossing, the markets coming back to life. But here's the part that will blow your mind. The stakes are incredibly high. This is about more than just trade. It's about healing a community torn apart by geopolitics and terrorism. Some say this is a courageous step toward regional integration and peace. Others whisper that the threat from Al-Shabaab hasn't vanished. They remember the 8 officers killed in Garissa. They worry the border could become a gateway for new attacks. The tension is real. Is this a triumph of diplomacy over fear, or a dangerous gamble with national security? President Ruto has made his bet. He described the reopening as long overdue. For the residents of Mandera, April can't come soon enough. They've waited 15 years to hug their relatives, to sell their goods, to simply live normally again. The impact of this decision will ripple across the entire Horn of Africa. It signals a shift in confidence. It challenges the narrative of perpetual conflict. But one unanswered question hangs in the air. Will the security hold? Do you think reopening the Kenya-Somalia border after 15 years is a step toward peace or a risk to security? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe to Kenya News Update today for more breaking news from across the region.